been waiting weeks, nay, months to make this video, and I still can't make this video, and it's not going to work today, but I'm making it work today because I have no other choice. There's literally 3 hours until this video ceases to be possible to make again for the next month, and it's just going to continue like that ad nauseum until the end of time. What the hell am I talking about? Silver Surfer versus Thanos PvP comparison. It was a very simple and thought-provoking video voted on by the patrons, and yet I've been unable to make it. Why? Because at any given point in time since it was voted on until literally this moment, today, and only today, was it impossible to make. Because until now, either Thanos or Silver Surfer, or both, were banned in Vibranium Timeline Battle. And yeah, sure, I could have like climbed up to Challenger or dropped down to Platinum or Gold or Dust League, whatever the hell it's called. I'm not going to do that. That's insane. And then on the other game mode that matters for PvP these days, Otherworld Battle, because you know I'm not testing them in Conquest and shit like that. Again, either one or both of them were debuffed. Now, I like the perfect storm, right? However, the last line of text right there, evil characters' basic damage dealt decreased by 500%. So even if I wait 3 hours and the daily reset comes, boom, one or both of them is going to be on this debuff list, and then it's Jover, right? If I don't wait, then we're going to be testing Thanos with 500% damage reduction. Like, he deals 500% less damage. Whatever, we're just going to do it. Screw it, we're going to do it. So I got 10 timeline battles. We're going to do 5 with this team, and then I'm just going to swap over to Thanos, and I'm going to do 5 more. We're going to auto-pick the teams so that there's no bias or any sort of thing here. What is that first team? What is that first team? Okay, sure. The first team is a dud. It's Silver Surfer. Okay. It's Thor. Yeah, sure. I mean, this is supposed to be a comedy routine, right? So sure, here we go. I think White Fox is going to do a lot of damage, actually. Damage against villains. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. 12 seconds is honestly longer than I would have guessed. I think if you could go back in time and ask yourself, hey, how long is this battle going to last between a tier 4 Silver Surfer and then a tier 3 Thor, White Fox, and Coulson? You would say like 6 seconds. So the fact that they lasted double that is pretty impressive. Okay, now let's see if he can solo this team of Silver Surfer. What are these teams, man? Who's using Hulk in PvP? In any event, Silver Surfer, Hulk, and Wolverine. And this is certainly not going to be the most scientifically accurate test, okay? I'm not we're definitely not going down that road. I'm probably gonna die here to Wolverine. Okay, proc his artifact already. His artifact is only 3 seconds, which is crazy, or 4 seconds. Wow, I won. If that was a 7-second artifact, that goes to show you how much the artifact can sometimes help. If that was a full 7-second artifact, that might have been the difference between winning and losing there for him. Wow. So, a close match here, but 2 matches in, and we haven't seen a sentry. We finally... No, stop. We finally see a sentry. I'm just going to have to tap the screen here. I always forget about that thing there. Okay, sentry dies. All right. This is the 3rd match. So, we're 2-0 right now. Okay. Let's see what happens here. But essentially, like, yeah, this is not the most scientific testing, but it's still pretty good. They both have brilliant CTPs. They don't have the exact same brilliant CTP. Again, there was a window in time where they did have, and I'll explain. I'll explain right now why not. Anyways, there was a time, like a month ago, 2-3 weeks ago, when they both had a brilliant conquest, and I was like, oh man, I really want to test them in PvP right now for this video that just got voted on, you know. But then, of course, right? Of course, I think Thanos was banned from Timeline at that point, you know, so I couldn't use him. And then the other thing is, not only can you not use the character, but you won't be seeing the character being used by other players, right? So it's just like, you know, it's just really annoying. You're not going to get the full spectrum of teams, etc., etc., etc. And then a week later, Silver Surfer was banned, and by that time, I had to unequip the Brilliant Conquest because it was better on Sentry. So truly going through the trenches here. But this is, I believe, the 4th or 5th fight. This is going to be difficult because Silver Surfer's already died once. So I think this is the first one that we don't lock down. I think this is the first one where we take an L here. This Wolverine does no damage, which is actually crazy, but he does have a 6-second artifact, or 6 or 7 seconds, so it's 5-star, 6-star. I think I'm toast here. The Conquest is really helping. Wow. That's nutty, dude. He actually couldn't chew through the Conquest. I actually wonder if... Oh, I lost. Damn. Okay, so Sentry makes me eat dust. All right. I wonder if I lost there because that... Against the Wolverine specifically because he had a defensive build. Right? All right, we're going to do one more fight here. But being 3-1 is not a great look for Silver Surfer, I'll be honest. However... Well, it's actually... You can't even really say it's 3-1. It's more like 2-1 because that first fight doesn't count. Right? So Silver Surfer only, you know, well, Silver Surfer losing a third of his fights right now is not a great look. Again, not the most scientific way of doing things, but you also have to consider the fact that Thanos might be, in some circumstances, might be better because his leadership offers a better buff than Silver Surfer's, right? Silver Surfer's lead is just a small defense buff plus the obligatory, you know, debuff cleanse, whereas although Thanos only applies to villains, his gives you the debuff cleanse, it gives you the juicy attack buff, the juicy defense buff. Those are all quite nice. All right, let's see what this final fight here. Oh, okay, nice. We kill Silver Surfer. What? Oh, that's a tier 3 Silver Surfer. What are these teams, man? What are these teams? Truly the goofiest of timelines. Am I going to lose? Okay, no, we won. All right. So Silver Surfer goes 4-1, 3-1 if you're being super specific. Now we're just going to literally swap over to Thanos. Now, before we swap over to Thanos, we're just going to do a quick little check on their builds because they're very similar besides the CTP. So Surfer has 20 Odin's Blessings. He's full up. He's top 50 rank. He's got the max type enhancement. He's got Jean as a striker. He's got stage 12 Power of Angry Hulk. He's got the Brilliant Conquest. He's got a 6-star artifact with Pierce Reduction. And he's got the Mythic Uniform. Arguably, he has a better build than Thanos. Then we swap over to Thanos here. Thanos has 16 Odin's Blessings, only, you know, lowered by the extra HP. He's got Adam Warlock Striker. He's got Max Type Enhancement. He's got Stage 12 Power of Angry Hulk. He has a 6-star artifact, which does not have the Pierce damage reduction roll, but it does have the increased damage to villain abilities, which gives him a better mirror match. And then he has a Brilliant Egg. Some people are going to get on me about the egg. They're going to be like, oh, this is so stupid. The Conquest is clearly so much better than the egg. Yes, I will say this. Whatever Thanos' performance is about to be, would he perform even better with a Conquest? Yes, he would. Do I have Conquests coming out at the wazoo? No. If there was an unequip event right now, would I spend 1,500 crystals swapping them with Sentry? Yeah, I would, because Sentry's banned right now in Alliance Tournament. But how was I supposed to know he was going to be banned in Alliance Tournament? I didn't know. So I couldn't swap it back, right? So we just sort of have to deal with it what it is. To be fair, right, it's not like the egg is a bad CTP for Thanos. The egg is the second best CTP for Thanos, in my opinion. So we're not talking about, like, I gave him a Mighty Destruction or some shit like that, right? We gave him the second best option. And so if he performs well, hey, you know what? You can read into that as you wish. Do I think Silver Surfer... If I had to offer my opinion at this point in time in the sort of review/comparison, do I think Silver Surfer is a more valuable tool on your roster than Thanos? It's tough to say. Thanos is very good for PvE, and not that Silver Surfer is bad for PvE, but Thanos is very good for PvE. I think Silver Surfer has a little bit more value because of the revive and because of the reflect. So I think with a bad build, and particularly considering the whole spectrum of builds, right? Not just the brilliant CTP builds. I think if you consider all of the versions out there of Thanos and all of the versions out there of Silver Surfer from different players, I think overall Silver Surfer offers more. Because even with a really bad build on Silver Surfer, you can still get away with some reflect cheese tactics. With a really bad build on Thanos, you just have like a really expensive paperweight, right? He's not really doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need the artifact, you need the build, you need the mighty, the CTP, maybe the brilly, you know, you need a lot of HP. He needs to be tanky, you know. So yeah, he's doing he's doing pretty good right now. He just ate Wolverine on Silver Surfer's tier 4 skill. So he's eating multiple Wolverine. That sounds so suspicious. He's eating multiple Wolverines per fight. Oh, but he's gonna... Oh, wow. He's hanging on by a literal thread. And then he comes back from the dead, but then he gets absolutely iced by Wolverine. This is what I expected to happen. So a well-built Wolverine with a greed proc will just eat Thanos' ass. There's very little you can do about that. You can, like, again, you can maybe get away with it. during the wall proc from a conquest, but even then, I've seen my Silver Surfer, with all due respect, I've seen my Silver Surfer die with his wall proc up on a Brilli conquest. So I don't think that that's really enough, you know. And we do got the double combo here. I didn't want to go with Hela. I think Hela would have suited, like if I wanted to win more, right? And if I wanted to win more decisively, Hela would have been a better support here than Taskmaster. But I didn't choose Hela, excuse me, because the fights would have taken hella long, because she has a 5-star artifact. So after Thanos dies or Silver Surfer dies, the rest of this shit would have taken ages. And then it makes the video really boring, and I have to do a bunch of editing, and I don't want to do that shit. I want to be able to just rant for 5 seconds while these clowns bite the dust. But as you can see here, yeah, Wolverine sort of hard checks Thanos. This is not news. This was known when Thanos came out. Wolverine, a well-built Wolverine. Let me be specific here. Like a greed Wolverine really does Thanos in. So just like other characters have counters, you know, Hulk gets countered hard by Reflect, for example. Thanos gets countered pretty hard by Wolverine's 5th skill. He just doesn't have enough in his toolkit to really tank it. And of course, not having Immortality, not having Revive, it's one and done. Could you get around that by just switching? Yeah, you could. You could. Now I have like 6-7 seconds to kill this clown, or at least trigger his artifact. Okay, we triggered his artifact. Now we have to probably... Oh, okay. I was going to say we probably have to switch to Taskmaster to dodge it again. But, okay, I died to Reflect. Okay, so then what are we here for? Why did I switch? Why did I have to use my pinky? Come on, Thanos. All right, well, I mean, I did say I think that Silver Surfer has more value overall. However, Thanos is really shitting the bed right now. I think he's 1-3. So he's probably going to be 2-3 at the end of this, but... I mean, 2-3 compared to 3-1 is kind of a big deal. And that 3-1 is being generous to Thanos, because I'm not counting Silver Surfer's first win. But, yeah, I mean, you can be the judge, obviously, of what character you think has a better overall value set for PvP. My take, yeah, I would still put it a little bit in Silver Surfer's favor. However, I would say, like, if you want to use the character for PvE as well, I think Thanos is going to win there if PvE is a big consideration for you. Because, not because hybrid builds. Please don't get it. Please, let's not start this conversation again. There's no such thing as a hybrid build anymore for, like, most characters. It's because Thanos has the additional Pierce, and because Thanos has the better leadership, right? Thanos' leadership is actually a relevant buff for PvE, right? Supervillain allies get 50% attack and 40% defense. This is very, very good for PvE, even if you're just using him as a lead. Whereas Silver Surfer, like, yeah, his lead's not bad because of the cleanse and the 30-30 buff. Like, but you gotta consider the 30-30 buff is active for 12 seconds. I thought it was just defense, but it's also attack. It's active for 30 seconds, or sorry, for 12 seconds. Then it's on cooldown for 8 seconds. So it's really only active about 60% of the time. So you have to really, if you want like an accurate representation of 30%, you multiply it by 0.6. So he's actually only giving you 18% attack and 18% defense for the you know, totality of the fight, which is considerably lower than you know, than 50-40. But yeah, that's basically the shakedown. I was going to do a comparison. Call me crazy, but I was going to do a comparison of them. I was gonna strip basically, not myself. I was going to strip the whole Otherworld battle team and just put, like, Wasp, Colossus, just a bunch of shitters. And then put just Thanos and just Silver Surfer. But honestly, it feels like kind of an insult, you know? Like, look at this shit. He does 500% less damage. He's obviously going to get clowned, right? He's obviously going to lose. He doesn't have Revive, etc. It would have been... And I don't want to sit here. I'm not trying to drag Thanos, you know? I think he's very, very close in value to Silver Surfer. Do I think Silver Surfer is a little bit ahead because of things like Revive, because of things like symbiote synergies being better than whatever synergies he can muster? Yeah, I do. But that doesn't mean Thanos is a slouch by any means. Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks for waiting this long, D-Lo. Appreciate you, brother. Cheers. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.